48 Laws of Power. It is the most powerful book that give you the harsh truth about human psychology from historical examples of power dynamics, and each laws are consist of several stories from history to illustrate how the law has been applied in practice. These laws covers a wide range of topics from mastering your emotions to avoiding the assumptions of trust to playing to people's fantasy. Some people argued these laws can be manipulative and encourages unethical behavior in the pursuit of power. Its controversial nature itself says that some people didn't want to out this book. The very first law from the book 48 Laws of Power. First law, never outshine your master. So what does it mean? It simply means you should avoid trying to appear better than those in authority. Simply means who is in a power. It's about avoiding going too far in displaying your talents, which could inspire fear or insecurity to others. Author best explains some example. Story 1. Nicholas Fouquet was a former finance minister in the rule of Louis XIV. He was the generous man who loved lavish parties, women, and money. He was living an extravagant lifestyle as like king. He was also very close to the emperor. When prime minister of the state had died due to unexpected reason, Nicholas Fouquet wanted to become the next prime minister, and he was expected to be one, as he was close to the king. So he decided to host the most spectacular party the world had ever seen, just to pay tribute to king, the guest of honor, to make the king happy. The party began with a lavish 7-course dinner featuring food from the Orient never before tasted in France, as well as new dishes created specially for the night. The party ran all the night, and the next day, Fouquet was arrested by the king's soldiers, and he charged for stealing from the country's treasury. Although most of the stealing he was accused of, he had done on the king's behalf and with king's permission, but still Fouquet found guilty and sent to the most isolated prison in France for his whole life. Now you must have been wondering why the king did this to Fouquet, because from the story nothing mishappening seems had done by Fouquet. But the reason behind all that was the king himself. He had been always a proud and arrogant man who himself wants to be at the center of attention all the time. And due to his extreme pride, he do not tolerate the extravagant or lavish lifestyle of his finance minister. As we can see, the jealousy of king towards his finance minister. Now, what does author wants to teach us from this story is, if you outshine yourself more than the master or the person who is more powerful than you, he would not tolerate you. In his mind, you would always be a part of his competition, and he will simply keep you aside, as the king did to the Nicholas Fouquet. Now we are moving to the next story that will teach us another perspective of this law. Galileo was a great astronomer and mathematician, but he often found himself dependent on the generosity, means mercy, of great rulers to support his research, and that's why he often presents his inventions to more than one ruler so that he get paid more money. For example, he presented a military compass he had invented to a ruler. Then he dedicated a book explaining the use of compass to another ruler. Both the rulers are grateful, and paid him with gifts and not cash, what he actually wants. After a while, Galileo hits on a new strategy. When he discovered the moons of Jupiter, he, instead of giving it to many rulers, he dedicated it only the powerful Medicis family. He cleverly compared the moons to the Medicis family's four brothers, making them feel special. As a result, the Medicis ruler gave him high-paying job and he never had to beg for money for his whole life. In one stroke, Galileo gained more with his new strategy than he had in years of begging. The reason is simple. All masters wants to appear more brilliant than other people. They do not care about science or empirical truth or the latest inventions. They only care about their name and their glory. And Galileo gave the Medicis infinitely more glory by linking their names with cosmic forces, or simply by joining the names of Medicis family to the moons of Jupiter. There can be many more other several examples for this law. And in the last note, author wants to say, do not fool yourself into thinking that life has changed much since the days of Louis XIV and the Medicis. Those who attain high standing in life are like kings and queens. They want to feel secure in their positions and superior to those around them in intelligence, wit, and charm. It is a deadly but common misperception to believe that by displaying and vaunting your gifts and talents, you are winning the master's affection. He may feign appreciation, but at his first opportunity, he will replace you with someone less intelligent, less attractive, less threatening, just as Louis XIV replaced the Fouquet with someone else.